Live from Las Vegas, this is NAB Show Live, produced by Broadcast Beat.
Ryan Salazar here with NAB Show Live. We've got a very special guest, Dan Castles, CEO of Telestream, taking time out of his busy schedule. Dan, I wonder if you could share with us the major challenges you see this year in the industry as we head into the 2016 NAB Show.
Well, I think one of the main challenges for broadcasters today is the shift in viewing that's been going on, not just this year, but over the last handful of years or so. So you have a lot of the OTT crowd that are watching what has typically been traditional content. So broadcasters are having to take their aired content and as absolutely quickly as possible repurpose that to get it to the web and for VOD distribution. In some cases, the audience is different enough that they have to insert different ads, do a little bit of post-production work to that content. So that's their world. And in that world as well, there's a shift in the advertising revenue. So it's really how do you monetize this OTT viewership crowd, and the rates that they get are different than on traditional channels. So that's putting a pinch in terms of how the broadcasters monetize their content from where it's been in the past. And so for Telestream, we automate workflows. That plays right into our wheelhouse of how we reduce cost, and also with products in particular that we're launching at this NAB show, we are bringing speed and throughput capabilities so that we can also play into how do I take my content and get it to these other channels as fast as possible. We now play a real relevant role in that.
We also have Sean Carnahan, CTO of Telestream, with us. Sean, if you could, talk about what's needed to get content in front of viewers across all platforms at a faster rate.
Well, it's a huge problem. We add more technology, we add more distribution platforms, more resolutions, more ways of getting that content out there. Everybody who's producing content, and providing content wants to provide it through all those channels. Because that's what the consuming audience is demanding, is flexibility of what I watch it on, when I watch it, how I watch it. That's problem enough if it's just VOD assets, right? It gets even harder when you start talking about trying to do it live and live to VOD, right? And how to get those assets out there to that wide variety of screens and devices, get it out there in real time, and then get it out there to even broader audience as quickly as you can following an event. So what we've been doing, and today most implementations that people use are largely siloed. You've got very different set of equipment and processes for dealing with live streaming, live event broadcasting in general, and a whole different setup for dealing with VOD. That's expensive, it's inefficient. And what we're trying to do in our products now is really combine that. So we can be doing live event streaming to multi-screen, multi-resolution OTT audience at the same time, concurrently capturing that material, editing it, branding it, packaging it, monetizing it, and then making it available to a much wider set of devices and resolutions almost immediately following a live event. And that can be done in one platform from one vendor and much more efficiently. And that infrastructure, when it's not doing live events, can be used for other things. So it's much, much more cost effective.
It's a brave new world for sure. Speaking of that, we have Barb Dehart from Telestream as well. Can you tell us about the trends you've seen in the industry regarding cloud and streaming?
I'd love to. At Telestream, we're very committed to the cloud. We think that the cloud infrastructure, along with the media processing and technology that we have available, is the perfect combination for ultimate scalability and really growth and where the media workflows are going in the future. When we look at where the cloud makes sense today, we step back, and some of the drivers that come into that conversation are if you need instant scalability. Scalability is something that we have almost an unlimited ability for in the cloud. So we really step aside from a lot of the limitations that on-the-ground systems might have. So that's one thing. When you want to scale a system up large and have those resources just, in essence, disappear after you're done using them, you pay for what you need when you need it, and not for for other times. So that's one of the key drivers. The other is if you already have some of your workflow or primarily your storage, content being stored in the cloud, then it makes sense to also do the work that needs to be done on those files in the cloud as well. So that's another key driver for some of our customers. There are also business models where the business model itself lends itself more to an operating expense model, which you get with the cloud or with a SaaS infrastructure. And so if CapEx or OpEx is an important part of the equation for you, cloud media processing could be important.
That makes perfect sense. So back to you, Dan. Do you ever feel that our industry is getting caught up in buzzwords like cloud, 4K, and IP video?
Yeah, that's a great question. First of all, I think we do have too many buzzwords in the industry, but let me take a step back and kind of go up a level. I think our industry has a lot of growth-challenged, marginally profitable businesses. And I think out of a need to survive, these buzzwords offer a new raft that comes by to grab onto, to really hype, and to really remake the company. And so the need to survive is a tremendous need that in many ways overshadows the practicality of, is that a solution, really? And so that's really a difference that I see. And for us at Telestream, we're a growing, very profitable company. We're never going to go student body left or bet the farm on some new technology because one simple reason, we don't have to. So we want our customers to understand our roadmaps. We want our customers to understand that these new technologies are on our roadmap. But from a credibility point of view, for where we play, a future promise of some new technology without a practical solution today is meaningless. Our customers are way too smart for that. So we take those buzzwords, we incorporate those into what is a practical solution, not a technology capability thing, but what is a solution that we can credibly represent to our customers. And we've had tremendous luck on that as we look at things like cloud or 4K and HEVC. We have to choose when to play publicly, and for us it's driven around, do you have a solution you can look a customer in the eye, help them understand, and they can deploy that today? That's what they expect from us. And frankly, that's a good thing because it really helps provide ballast for how we engage and really make our investment decisions around some of these new technologies.
Very insightful stuff, Dan. Again, thanks Dan, Sean, and Barb for spending some time with us on NAB Show Live.